July, and that means it's time for another garden tour. Welcome back to Nivabara Homestead. My name is Raul. Before we go on a garden tour and have a look at the things that have been happening, I just want to remind you about my online store. You can buy t-shirts like this, mugs and other things on my store. There is a link in the description below this video. Having said that, let's take a look at everything in here. We'll start off the garden tour over here in my squash patch. Unfortunately, I had some birds eating my squash and I had to put the cages back over them, and they are, I want to say they're recovering, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see. I think this one looks like it's recovering. These guys, I can probably take the cages off now, and this guy over here is also, I think, on the path to recovery, but I'm not entirely sure. On the other hand, my melons are doing fantastically. These are my watermelons over here. They are really starting to grow out, and they're starting to get flowers. I had a little flower down there. It's all shriveled up now. I'm not sure why. Might be the heat, might just be that it never got pollinated and it's time to be over. But I have little flower buds cropping up in various places as well. So there's a flower. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, I've got a lot of them coming up. So the melons are enjoying this. Those are all watermelons, and then over here I have some cantaloupe. They also got kind of eaten by the birds, but as you can see, this cantaloupe is definitely recovering. This one had also had a bit of it, but it wasn't as much as the other one, and it's definitely recovering. Look at these, it's creeping out everywhere. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. I've been having bird problems, and so I've put some of these up. I don't know if they're actually working. I'm still seeing birds in the vegetable garden, but there do seem to be less. My mealies, or my sweet corn, are fantastic. Look at all of this. They're nice and big. They're all about 5.5 feet high. Plenty of ears that are growing. As you can see, some of them are still kind of small, but some of them are much bigger. Look at this. So that one I'm going to leave to, obviously, I'm leaving them all for now, but ones like that one, I'm going to leave for a little bit longer. I'm not going to harvest them just yet. I think they still need to grow, but oh, I'm looking forward to that. That looks great. I love my mealies. And then over here are my beans, which are in various stages of great or not so great. I seem to have had a resurgence of rodents in my vegetable garden, and they've been eating at my beans again, so I need to put all my traps out again. But some of them are looking pretty good. I'm hoping that I will see some beans off these sometime soon. This is a Christmas lima bean, and it's definitely very happy. I had to put this tomato cage up. I'm gonna have to put a tomato cage up for those two as well. I'm gonna get rid of that grass. Look at the beautiful purple flowers from my these are my royal burgundy beans. And I've got some beetroot that are just hanging in there. They're doing pretty well considering the heat. It's been really hot the last couple days. This weekend is supposed to get to 105, I think, which is about 41 degrees Celsius. But these are my tomatoes. These were both suckers that I cut off that, I think, off this one, but maybe might have been off these two. That one at the back, there's also a sucker. the big one at the back. So they're actually doing really well. That was a volunteer. That one under there is a volunteer. My eggplant is doing pretty well. As you can see, my potatoes are doing really well. I filled these up the other day. Oh, looks like I've got some weeds in there. Well, this one I need to fill up. These two over here I'm also going to fill up. My comfrey needs a lot of water, or it needs to be actually permanently in the ground. I need to get it out of these. These planters are not helping my comfrey at all. This bed has just been a disaster since I started. This is supposed to be where my cabbages and kale and other brassicas were. I actually had, this was a kale over here and it was growing fantastically, and then I had a rodent come in. That's another reason why I know that there are rodents in my yard, because they have eaten up my kale that was actually growing. So, and then it's been attacked by birds as well. This is actually birds doing this, funnily enough. I put my game camera up because I couldn't figure out what it was. But there's more of my potatoes. Still very, very happy. More potatoes. Here are my carrots. I've harvested a bunch over there and around here. Had some great, had some good carrots so far. My peas. These front ones are Lincoln peas. That's like your normal green pea. And there's still a couple peas here, but they're kind of winding down, as you can see. But over here, these are my my blue shelling peas, and you can see here, let me quickly pull this up. I have some peas that are coming out, and there are various flowers as well, so they seem to be getting a second wind, which is very awesome. And then across over here, these are mostly white onions, some yellow onions. They're doing really well. There's another volunteer tomato. It's really weird, just having them pop up in a couple places. But as you can see, it's doing really well. So for the moment anyway, I'm going to leave it here. I think I'll probably transplant it when it's a little bit bigger later on. But for now, it'll stay here. My main Georgian Southern Collard is doing great. This is it's a bit eaten up. These are some older leaves that are actually just left here because they got eaten up. But we just had collards again the other evening. Super. This seems to do really well, so I'm definitely going to do collards again next year. And here's another one of my cabbages that's holding out. This particular part of the garden actually gets shade during the hottest part of the day because of the shipping container. And then lastly is my red sweet corn, and these guys, yeah, there you go. So you can see there's some of the kernels right at the top, but a small one growing down here, really weird. But they don't seem to be as big as the ambrosia sweet corn, but there are a couple of them. That one looks like it's going to be nice, a nice size. They grew like really well compared to the ambrosia sweet corn initially, but now they don't seem to be looking as great. But there are a few. A wasp inside there. I think it's a wasp. Well, thanks for joining me on my garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more things like this. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and anyone you think might be interested. Sharing is what helps grow my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!